Bro, I know people are going to hate me for this, but I'm ready to call this guy out. So, I used to be a huge fan of Bat and the Sun. Okay, I used to love watching their stuff. I used to reference it to my friends. One of my favorite videos was the Darth Vader versus Vader video. And I never had a problem with Aaron Schoenke, ever. Never met the guy, never really cared, but lately there's been a lot of really interesting allegations coming out about him, and I posted from my 90s page because he blocked me last time on my other page, and he keeps deleting everything, trying to play this really weird game where he's just like, supply the proof. If you have proof, word of mouth, post the proof, and then I will post the proof. And he will delete it and then continue asking me, post the proof, bro, post the proof. Where's the proof? You ain't got no proof. And I'll post it again and he'll delete it again. So I wanted to post this because this is Aaron Schoenke, the owner of Bat and the Sun, who is currently working on Legends of the White Dragon, JDF's passion project, which, by the way, I have a video clip of JDF calling Aaron Schoenke a greedy bastard.
Well, we all got that, right?
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed.
Here's the thing, man. I love what Cody is doing, where he's like, look, I'm having this conversation. I'm recording this conversation because Aaron will delete it. He will block it. He will act like it doesn't exist because he doesn't want to look in the mirror. His kryptonite is accountability. And Cody attempts to give him a dose of it, which ultimately gets his 90s page blocked. But let's go into it.
Yeah, so even JDF had a problem with him, even though Aaron, after he died, saying, oh yeah, JDF and I were best friends. Yeah, this is just crazy that this is even happening. And Aaron's trying to flip the Monopoly board, dude. He's flipping the board, preventing anyone from calling him out on this shit because he's a coward. He's a pussy from hell, dude. He doesn't want you guys to see this shit. But I'm here to let you see this shit. You guys ready for this? All right, let's go.
So you guys remember her. To her face, she was told fat. She was too fat.
Aaron told me I was too fat.
Damn. Sweet girl.
Yeah.
Imagine working for free and only to be told you are too fat. And later on, she was look at that. Love to see a clip from Henry Resilient. That she learned maybe she was not just fat, but fat and ugly to be on screen. Aaron Schoenke was once someone I guess she considered her friend. And this is what, he had to tell her. After she sacrificed day in and day out working a paying job and giving up her free time to help build his dream. Now I see why so many I love that I put that middle finger in there. That was just for Aaron. People will never work with.
So this first clip is from a girl named Marlene Ray. It was his original Harley Quinn actress, right? And she was on Henry Resilient's channel doing a live interview talking about how Aaron Schoenke, owner of Bat and the Sun, calling her fat. Said that this is an allegation that has gone through 5 different people who've witnessed this.
Yo, when I tell you he is, yes, multiple people knew the story. I wouldn't say necessarily witnessed it, but they definitely knew the story.
And said the same damn thing. There are that many people who worked with Aaron Schoenke on Bat and the Sun that are now all saying the same crap, and Aaron is in his own little world where this is not a thing. He thinks that this isn't real. He doesn't want this information out there. But YouTube is resilient. YouTube will get this stuff out. Facebook will get this stuff out. This is all proof of Aaron Schoenke and his disgusting behavior towards his own actors from Bat and the Sun. And
now here's the thing, right? I'm not gonna give y'all her you starving ninjas.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother. But he is 100% right. YouTube, my content is now like being found all across the world, and people are coming forward with their stories. And I'm just like, thank you so much. Like I said, if you've been wronged by Aaron Schoenke, please email me at henryresilient@gmail.com. And I'm getting all these new fans, and then you can see it in the comment section like, wow, I didn't know all this stuff was going on. And then you hear people like, oh, I've been binge watching all of your Aaron Schoenke videos. I've always disliked this guy. So he is not lying when he says, hey, YouTube would get your stuff out there. And this is why I always tell you guys, you aspiring content creators, hey, just keep putting out your content and eventually YouTube will find your audience. Okay?
After I supplied that video, here is clips. I'm doing I literally knew I was going to catch him deleting this stuff. This is damning, because this is me posting as my growing up in the 90s page, posting, this same video clip. And he keeps asking, where's the proof? Where's the proof? I want to see the proof. And when I'm constantly posting this video, here's the proof, dude. You keep deleting it. Stop deleting it if you want to see the proof. And then he'll turn around and say, where's the proof again? It's because he keeps deleting it. And I even posted screenshots of the fact these videos were there. He keeps deleting it. As soon as I push on a photo, it says this photo is no longer available. So you'll see that. The same clip I had of Marlene Ray, I posted that video and he kept deleting it. So here's that. And just for shits and giggles, here is JDF calling him greedy.
Now, what he did was he zipped past the context. I'm like, bro, you gotta show, you gotta show what you said. All right, so let's go through his conversation and then we'll get right back to the video. All right, I know he's trolling. I know. Hey, turns out, Aaron, multiple people who have worked with you all have said the same thing about you. How about you be a man and tell the truth, dude? When there's that many people coming out to speak out against you, then something is up. It doesn't happen for no reason, my guy. This is so true.
That's a truthful statement.
You need to stop effing around and stop hiding behind this idea that you're infallible of mistakes. Look, Aaron owning up to a mistake, never happening. How do like 5 of your past employees all come out and talk publicly about how you don't pay people or make off-color remarks? Again, man, be a man, dude. It's all going to eventually be too much for you to contain with the I don't know what's going on bit. Holy shit. You got to love when he's cooking. Now, Aaron response, the early days of Bat in the Sun was chaos, brigade of creativeness without structure, just a small group of people running around, not getting paid, shooting guerrilla style. This is how so many of our projects came to be, which is true. At 18 years old, I got a job at Starbucks to earn money to put into these projects, later changing jobs and working a full-time for Apple as a software teacher. I mean, like, bro, is that what the title is? This is another truth. It's like two truths and a lie. But let's see. Which was great because it paid more, so I could pour more into the short film sets, costumes, and talent. Well, in talent? I'm pretty sure I got an interview saying, something else. While still trying to make the rent low. Even the first 10 beatdowns were this way. I would sleep in my car during the day on my lunch and edit all night. You can't give up. You have to work so hard. I am so blessed and proud to be where Bat in the Sun is now. But I look back on early days and I miss them. And he never expanded this clip. So there's that. But this is what he said. You like, okay, well, Henry, this is a okay response. Well, let's see. Let's start getting into the thick of things because people start calling his ass out. I don't really think any of what you said, this is someone calling out Bat in the Sun and not the 90s person, not Cody. I don't think really any of what you said covers what was just said to you, which it does not. I believe in investing in your art, sure, but it does seem like there is a lot of allegations about you being said and not really being wholeheartedly addressed. True, he ain't addressing none of this. There's a lot of piling up against you, and it doesn't seem like it's clickbait. Oh, my goodness. He's aware. Because Aaron would say, oh, this is a clickbait. I've watched Bat in the Sun since the beginning, but things seem a lot different than before. And with the added controversy and allegations towards you, some of it doesn't look like it fits from my perspective. I'm not on the inside, so I can't say for sure what's what, but I think a very detailed and solid response to everything being said may be warranted at some point. Now, Aaron is going to give his classic response. What is Aaron's classic response? What is his classic response? Well, what questions would you like addressed? Like, bro. Now, he does this to gaslight you. You can ask him 1,000 questions, and he'd be like, oh, well, what do you want to know? And you like, Ninja, what? I just told you what I wanted to know. Yeah, but what question specifically? You'd be like, the best response is to ask him a yes or no question. That's the best one. Hey, did you call her fat? Yes or no? That's it. Did you call Marlene Ray fat? Yes or no? And you're probably going to get deleted and blocked, but he might respond before he block your ass. All right? So, Cody is passionate. He comes back. Don't even say you didn't either, because 4 others, including her, have confirmed it on camera, which is why those videos below are proof. Now, this is where he just says, look, you have no proof I didn't pay anybody. It's just word of mouth. You'd be like,
hey, yo, what the fuck?
What? Well, growing up in the 90s, do you have any proof of anything you speak of, or are you just going on word of mouth? Bro, what are they supposed to go on? This is where I said, Aaron, if you don't have a literally video of him saying A, B, C, D, he's going to be like, well, that's just word of mouth now. Now, before, it was like, oh, that's just an anonymous. I don't even know if it's a credible source. So you get a credible source, someone who you see in the film, who see in the project, who say, hey, I went to school with him. I helped him out with everything. And they do an interview. And now it's just word of mouth. You see how he's moving the goalpost for credibility. So this is a roundabout way to discredit anyone who comes forward. And he's also doing some backdoor things, which will come up at a later point. Growing up in the 90s, says, look, I keep providing proof. You keep deleting them. And again, I'm recording this. He is actually screen recording the conversation. All right, there we go. Hey, is it proof or no? So he shows it like, hey, this is right here. I posted it right there, but he keeps deleting it. And lo and behold, right? He never really gets a response. Okay. And someone says, growing up in the 90s, and I know you're going to try to delete. This is a defender of Aaron's. This is a defender of Aaron's right here. You have some of these thick-headed people who Aaron could do no wrong. And someone was talking about that later, which I'll bring up. And I know you're going to try to delete this and block me. That tells me all I need to know about you. Well, not only did he not block you, which he eventually blocked, right? So this person is like under the impression that, oh, he didn't block this person. He 100% did. He gave a very patient, kind, and transparent response. Still upset? Bat in the sun. Thank you for your whole team for making this happen. I'll be excited when it's finally released. You know, he loved this type of stuff. He loves it. He loathes in it. And the problem is the issue that he has with me is he can't control me. I don't give 2 shits about being invited to any rented premiere because according to my source, they're just going to rent out a theater and sell it as a premiere. It's not like some theater like, hey, we're happy to have you or anything like that. So you have that. I don't care about a premiere. I don't care about getting an Aaron Schoenke interview because he don't got the balls, frankly, to come on my channel anymore because I know too much. And I would absolutely give you no fucking control whatsoever over what we talk about or what we don't talk about. And I would prefer to do it live, in all honesty. So, so y'all can actually get a piece of it. But he's done that. He learned his lesson. He came on, got that hand tapped, and now he's out. He got to go do some other type of interviews. And shout out to Donald Neville says, Henry, bring in the tea. Aaron has always done messed up.
You done messed up, Aaron.
He did mess up. So as we continue, okay, talking about, growing up, someone responds, talking about being a man, hiding behind growing up in the 90s page, can't even show your face, but saying be a man. Now, what this person doesn't know is Aaron blocked the account where he showed his face. And growing up in the 90s, I'm pretty sure it has like 320,000 followers on Facebook. But it continues. You got some people saying, growing up in the 90s, hey, I just posted a video of someone who knew him best, who went to school with him, worked with him, saying Aaron saying he was too fat. By your logic, now that's someone who knew him best saying this. Now, factual correct. You want to try again without that? Guess what? Photo is no longer available. It's gone. Whoop, just rung the bell on it. Rung the bell on, boom, gone. Now, he started saying, hey, that's adorable, Bubba. How pathetic. Yeah, watch that video and see if your tone changes. What he's trying to do is black pill the Aaron Schoenke fans because Aaron keeps them in a bubble. Hey, don't watch Henry Resilient. It's clickbait. It's misinformation. It's negative. We're blocking out all negativity, blah, 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 blah. But eventually something happening is these videos are getting so big. They're getting so much attention that even if he tells people not to watch them, they're showing up when they're on YouTube. They're like, wait, you told me not to watch this. This is your friend. This is your friend from high school saying you called her fat and then replaced her. What do you got to say about that? He like, how do I block this person? Here's Aaron talking again to one of his, thick-headed fans. People sadly get lost in their negativity and conspiracy theories. The math isn't math. And this is just gaslighting all the people who know, the people who are aware or whatever, right? Then we get more. We get more like detractors. You finally found the film. Should have been released in 2024. They like says projects takes time. Some takes years filming the visual effects, sound, color. Like, bro, there was like name a movie that came out and said, hey, we're in color correction on stage right now. That has never been a part of any marketing plan. But let's get back to Cody's video.
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed. So anyway, we'll see what happens.
Because,
the more money-
yeah.
I love that clip. I love it, right?
That the same clip I had of Marlene Ray, I posted that video and he kept deleting it. So here's that. And just for shits and giggles, here is JDF calling him greedy.
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed. So anyway, we'll see what happens.
Because, yeah, he's trying really hard to, push this whole narrative that he was good friends with Jason David Frank, that he was, perfect in every single way, that he's the perfect person. But in actuality, he's living in a glass house and we're all throwing stones right now and he sees it shattering around him. And I just want people to know that clearly the owner of Bat in the Sun has absolutely no idea what's coming his damn way. That's not a threat. I am not responsible for what people say or do, but this is absolutely ridiculous that he keeps hiding like a coward from
I have 5 interviews
from this stuff. And if I've seen how the internet is, the internet eventually will catch up to him and he will be long-winded. He won't be able to keep running, and eventually he's probably going to lose everything. And if Aaron
I wonder what look, Cody is cooking, man. I wonder what Aaron considers everything. Because after tonight, it will be difficult. I think for Aaron to, to maneuver.
Absolutely ridiculous that he keeps hiding like a coward from this stuff. And if I've seen how the internet is, the internet eventually will catch up to him and he will be long-winded. He won't be able to keep running, and eventually he's probably going to lose everything. And if Aaron is watching, dude, I used to be a fan, dude. I really did. I don't know what's happened to you. I really enjoyed your beatdown videos. At one point, I used to watch them religiously. I have no reason to sit here and smear you through the mud and do a smear campaign. But because I've seen the proof, I've seen the videos, I've seen 5, count them, 5 of your employers that you used to work with talk about some of the shit that you've said and done to them. And I've seen the proof that you adamantly, clearly do not care to see or don't want others to see. Clearly, this is just ridiculous. But the thing is, I've lost all respect for this guy. I've lost respect for Bat in the Sun. I am not going to be supporting Legend of the White Dragon for anyone. Jason David Frank is no longer with us. He's not suffering anymore. He's not losing anything from this. I do not care anymore. This is clearly something that needs to be addressed, and I cannot believe that this guy has this much control over what he has right now. And it shows why I've heard many times, this is why people do not want to work with Aaron Schoenke or Bat in the Sun anymore. Have you ever wondered why there's no more beatdowns? This is why, right here. He has gained a reputation. He is a shit person who needs to be dealt the hammer of justice. And that's why I did this video. You guys can make your own assessment. I don't care. But there you guys go.
God damn, Cody. Jesus Christ. Holy. Straight cooked them, man. Straight cooked them. And shout out to Danny the Savage that says, I happily got blocked on every single page of that scumbags. He tries to deflect and say you don't know what you're talking about, and then tell you work on movies and like that blocked. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we did have a couple a couple more left, right? So in order to get the good stuff, right, to get the stuff before Aaron Schoenke filters it, you have to click the newest, right? You got to click the newest. This way you're getting sometimes unfiltered stuff, right? All right, let's go. Now this person right here talks about how no one would intentionally delay a film because they have bills to pay, which I agree to a certain extent. But Aaron says people sadly get lost in their negativity, conspiracy theories, the math isn't mathing. You like, wait, wasn't 90s on here? Hold on, it's going to get better. I promise you. I promise you. Then a new person comes out. Shout out to Ryan, man, who was actually like, had a great conversation with. Says, if you're truly curious, there's a plethora of information out there. A simple Google search would yield more than enough results. No one is accusing them of purposely delaying, which, you know, it is what it is. It's more mismanagement of funds and lying to fans about the delays that are occurring. JDL himself had called Aaron greedy. Like,
Aaron wanted more. Greed.
For 1.5 of the original budget. It's why Johnny Young Bosch, Black Power Ranger, dissed himself despite being part owner, creator of the project, spending his own money on vignettes and promotions. Johnny Young Bosch did that. Someone said, wasn't it clarified that it was a misunderstanding? Now, remember, only Aaron said it was a misunderstanding. He's like, well, no, JDF didn't understand that we are a production house. So being a production house, we needed half the budget to pay everybody or whatever. That's what he said, right? And here we go again. Everyone keeps making excuses while Aaron pockets half. Ever wonder why no one wants to work with him anymore? Now you're starting to see Ryan is getting under his skin. These are very silly comments. Pocket half the cash of what? These silly allegations have no evidence. Here we go. You got to catch him in 4K on camera and do it. You got to see that, because that's what he's going to say. You can't prove it. You can't prove it. And no one wants to work with me anymore. Ha! I have a team of over 50 people that work with me all the time and are excited for our next project. I'm here, though, to answer questions you might have. This is gaslighting. Hey, ask him about Kevin Porter. Be like, hey, have you ever spoken on Kevin Porter's sexuality to anybody? You're going to be like, block. Hey, what's up with Marlene Ray? Why won't she ever work with you? Block. It's these questions right there that will instantly get your ass blocked. All right, now, I believe this may be a supporter right here saying, hey, you know, they didn't even give to the Kickstarter. Now, mind you, I have reached out and I've been contacted by people who've donated to the Kickstarter who have been banned. So imagine you donated to the movie. You may have complained about the delays or asked a tough question, and guess what? You out. You're getting that ass banned. And, you know, he said, yep. Haters gonna hate. Okay? And he's about to address the 90s people soon. And that's how you're going to know that, hey, 90s is gone. Bat in the Sun, you're calling JDF a liar then? And why did Johnny leave? Why are actors who played Nightwing, Joker, Wonder Woman, etc. hopping on podcasts and speaking on this very topic? Some people claim you've never paid them. There is also a recording of you saying you needed half, and they link my video. They link the video, which we know to be true, though, right? We know we know it's true. We'll get back. We'll come back. We'll come back to him confirming half the budget. You've seen this. Most of you've seen this interview, which it is what it is. Of course, someone comes back. I mean, here we go. It was JDF calling him out. Such a mark. Why are you the one operating on blind faith and not doing a simple Google search? There we go, man. I love that Ryan is challenging people to do the research for yourself, guys. Don't even take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Fact check me, bro. Fact check me. Providing you with all the interviews I got this information from. Dude didn't even have the balls to fire OG Nightwing. Oh, shit. Oh, God, man.
That's a truthful statement.
Then borrowed his suit to replace him according to the actor. And while I don't believe everything I read or see, when there are hours of interviews and recordings, it's hard to deny. Not to mention the new house, etc. people are calling him out for. Not to mention the recording of Aaron himself saying he'd take half, with JDF repeating the word greed. By all means, keep drinking the Kool-Aid though. There is even a leaked email of JDF requesting Aaron's special mention and credit to be removed for attempting to make deals behind his back. This person is aware. And he's using his daughter as a prop, Jenna Frank, as propaganda for Video Sally. Hey, it is what, hey, the game is the game. The game is the game. And here we go. We got a hater. Of course, we get a hater in the chat.
We got a hater in the chat.
Who says, he says, hey, I knew JDF. I was one of his ambassadors. Oh my God, here we go. And he talked up Aaron till the day he passed. B, nothing a smart mark like you means poo to me because you don't even know what went on behind the scenes. It must have Henry Resilient balls on your nose. Like,
Hey, yo, what the?
I love when people are aware of me and they still like, no, I don't believe anything that Henry covers, even if it's from people who got pictures with Aaron back in the day. I don't believe any of that. It's not true. You like, wait, what? They're lying on Aaron. He would never call anyone fat. He would never take anyone's suit and replace him as Nightwing and not tell him. He would never say he wanted half the budget. He would never say that. I'm like, wait, you think you see that? You literally will see him say, I want half the budget. Hold on. Let me see if I can put it up. Jason. And you will be like, well, Aaron said Jason didn't know what he was talking about. You'd be like, hey, conundrum is what do you mean? What do you mean Jason didn't know what he was talking about? How do you form your lips to say he didn't know what he was talking about? Right?
But you know the money situation I text you? Mm-hmm. That was the deal. We got $4 million. He takes $2 million to direct. And I'm like, what the f*** is that? Like, if we got $4 million to do something, you want $2 million to direct? Well, that's the deal.
Dude,
No.
On the screen.
No, it's not. Well, dude, $2 million to direct a $4 million movie?
Look, hey, he denies it. Hold on. It's one more. Because this audio is hard to explain away. And it's in, I pulled the wrong video. It's actually in this video. It's actually at the beginning where we talk about, where it's talked about, right? Hold on. I got to find it again. There we go. Right here.
$4 million and pay you $2 million. What the f*** is that? That's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, if I got 500, he wants, at 500,000, even a $500,000 budget, he wants 250.
Because when the budget was a lot smaller, I was saying, we would definitely need half.
So why would the budget gets bigger, you wouldn't need half? Like.
Got him.
Saying, wants half, that's true.
We fuck.
So you have these Aaron Schoenke fans out here that are like, oh, you must got, Henry's, sack in your face. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. Now he's about to gaslight people. Okay. So I bet he ain't paying you either. I saw the Frank's daughter taking over White Dragon page. Does she know homie doesn't pay anyone? I'm sure she gonna get paid. I'm sure, right? Pay them from what money? They're independent, trying to make it. I'm sure everyone knows what's going on. If someone says that's what the Kickstarter project was for, growing up in the 90s, he plays stupid. What people are saying they didn't get paid? This is gaslighting right here. This is 100% gaslighting. He posted the pictures. He's like, oh, what people? Right? Someone says, I don't know, man. I'm just a fan of Bat in the Sun Productions. Now, this is where he goes for the ultimate gaslight. Few things in the early 90s, no one got paid. We were all young and finding our way. This is true. I was working 9 to 5 Starbucks paying for production, which, you know, he just reiterated, even though he already said in a previous comment. No money was promised and none expected. True. As for gay bashing, remember, he does not want to own up to the fact that he allegedly spoke to someone about Kevin Porter's sexuality. He does not want to do that. You'll get banned for that. You get banned for asking that. We're supportive of the gay community. So what's your problem you have? He always ends it with a question like he one-upped you or something. But ask him about the Kevin Porter situation. No one said you called him names. You spread a rumor. That's the allegation. Did you speak on his sexuality? It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. And we got a couple more. Someone says, you know, they're aware. You know, he's done this for years. He's an egomaniac who wants everyone to listen to his critiques about everything, and when challenged, even the most respectful ways, he can't help but want to be the one who knows about any given project. This guy is not only a superhero expert, he's a football expert, music expert, because his dad knows music composition. He blocked me years ago because I didn't blindly kiss his ass, even though I always compliment his work. But he created a space where he acted like truth, knowledge, and learning were welcome. But what he really wanted from us was to accept his truth and knowledge as all-knowing Aaron Schoenke. Lost all respect for the guy after seeing how he conducted himself on Facebook and couldn't believe someone like JDF would even associate with such an arrogant loser. Well, you know, as Frank said, he's like, look, man, I can't afford to cut ties. It happens, man. Sometimes you just get in a bind. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I mean, no one likes it, but let's let someone get the last word who reached out to me. Our guy, our person, our truth speaker right here. Ryan, give me a second. Hopefully he cool. I mean, he not out here in the States. I'll leave it at that. He goes on to say, all right, look, I saw your comments, Aaron, on Aaron's Facebook post. You are courageous. Because here's the thing, right? You know, it's unfortunate, like, you could be a fan of Aaron, and then you just want to, like, you know, correct them or have, like, a dialogue or ask him, hey, what's going on with these interviews? And he dismiss you and block you. He says, look, man, I appreciate it. People need to know. His fan base is so thick-headed, though. His constant JDF posts have them eaten out of the palm of his hand. I've been arguing with Aaron now for almost 3 years about this. It started over him crucifying supporters of White Dragon Project when all they asked for was timeline. Thank you so much for your contributions to this battle as well. Keep fighting the good fight. I mean, that's all I could do, man. But what do you guys think, man? I know this was a long segment, but I'm just saying, man, crazy. And shout out to Cody for sparking this whole conversation off. Let me know what you think of Aaron Schoenke replying and blocking in the comment section and gaslighting fans. Share with a friend if you enjoy it, and I'll see you next one. Peace.